Today, we're thankful for many things, and you can add this matchup to the list. Get ready for the Bills and the Saints, coming up next.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. We get a look at Jameis Winston ready to lead this New Orleans offense for the first time in his 7th season in the NFL and his 2nd with the Saints.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. The bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. They'll go draw here. Winston hands to Kamara. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw is Winston. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So here come the Bills for their first go on offense, led by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Now in his 4th season, it's Josh Allen.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Allen now on 1st down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Now the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On second down, Winston again. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's go. I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That's certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw again on second down, Winston. He's going to let it go again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
That's a good shot.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't rule that one in. Allen off the play fake. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner. And the Saints are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 11. To throw, Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. 20, 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's 21-3. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And shedding through the tackle. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 21-3 is your score after one. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Second down and 8. From the 16, Winston. Escaping the ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They run here with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Bass on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Jameis Winston and the Saints ready to go back again on offense. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matt Milano drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bills to take over. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts. But the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Demario Davis, Saints leading tackler last year, in on the stop that time.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play here for Buffalo. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. Can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes.
That is caught. It's Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That's how you score.
Cole Beasley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills head on. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Here's Harris to return it.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Kamara. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just giving him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacted the opposing quarterback, make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the gun, it's Allen.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Not today.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Winston. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now Sean McDermott is going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. A good call there by Sean McDermott to throw the flag.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there.
It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series for those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. From the 25 on second down, Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
56. Mine's 56. Watch the screen.
Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo.
Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
4 down. Check. Where's that up? 4 to go.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And bulldozing his way through. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
49, guys. Mike.
Winston.
6 man.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
Not much there, only a yard.
He's on bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. He gets it complete to Harris.
And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
A first down throw for Winston.
That's complete to Troutman, right side.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, as we'll run you through what's going on both today and later on this weekend. In the early games, a lot of good matchups, one being in Indianapolis. A tough one for the Colts as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the LA Rams. Then, on Sunday night, a big one in the AFC North to wrap up the holiday weekend. The Browns and the Ravens from Baltimore. That's all that needs to be said. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Saints, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On the give, this is Singletary. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Throwing now is Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Matt Hart now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 3rd down, Winston. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Jameis now on 1st down.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
That catch good for only a couple.
It's second and
To throw again on second down, Winston. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go right back to Singletary. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
Here's Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. 7 yards, the pickup there.
a 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Let's go.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Singletary. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. From midfield, here's Allen. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Emmanuel Sanders, of course, veteran receiver, played for a lot of teams, and he was with the Saints last year. His one and only season with him, he had 61 catches, 726 yards, and was the de facto #1 receiver for most of the year with Michael Thomas out with injury. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
To throw, it's Allen, and Diggs has it.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Allen off the play fake. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Winston now from the 50. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good for the Saints.
A give. This is Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. 5 plays there on that drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Bills ready to take over.
And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Right back to Singletary on second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. On 2nd down now. Singletary, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at about the 32. Jameis to throw it. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
Well, when it comes to throwing the deep ball, no one has ever questioned the arm strength of Jameis Winston, and this is a beautiful throw right here.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge is a successful one.
Winston into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Winston now. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's now second and 10.
A second down throw for Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times as this happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Play action now. Winston. Rolling. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jerry Hughes in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
A busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they are. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. What's good on the extra point? And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Bills on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And Sanders has got it complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, let's go. Right 15 and 18.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Right back to Moss.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
This to make it a 3-score game late.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Time again to see Jameis Winston in this Saints offense.
And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. To try again after the sack. Winston. Harris has it over the middle. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's Winston. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, it's Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and goal, Winston. His pass caught at the 4. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, they're into the win column for the third time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.